So today I want to talk about Andy Burnham and the outgoing Keir Starmer. Well, he went, and now we've got Andy Burnham. And I'm going to start calling him Angela Burnham because as soon as he fucking got in, who did he bring in? Angela Rayner, the council house false declaration thief. Like, who fucking does that? Like, brings in everyone who everyone fucking hates. And yeah, he sacked a bunch of people that nobody liked, like David Lammy, who has the intelligence of a porcupine's arse. But the fact remains that this guy, having moved number 10 to Manchester in some bizarre waste of taxpayers' money, you know what I mean, has failed to recognise the things that Britain actually needs, like the scrapping of council tax, the redirection of foreign aid to pay for the running of the country that would be council tax that is scrapped. You know what I mean? Like, this guy, I'm not being funny, you're dumb as fuck. The first thing you should have done when you come into power was call a general election. Right? He doesn't have the support of the people. The majority of the people do not trust this guy, right? He's a preened prat. He might look, I'm with the people, but there's loads of fucking shit on this guy, right? All over the place. This guy wants to rejoin the EU. You know what I mean? And he said it before, live on national TV. He is a traitor to this country. He does not belong here. You know what I mean? He doesn't. If he thinks that a few, paid for crowds and jeering in front of a Manchester office block is going to be something that sways me as a voter, he's very, very fucking wrong. I will never vote Labour again. I don't think anybody ever will, because it's just same fucking clowns in different fucking uniforms. You know what I mean? They just don't get it, do they? Like, this is about actually doing things the people have asked for, like limiting the amount of people who come into the country, if not deporting those who shouldn't really be here. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about, like, you've got Pat McFadden talking about, oh yeah, the reason that young people are unemployed is because they lack skills and training. That's bullshit. That's the biggest load of bullshit and proves that he doesn't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Pat McFadden has the audacity to sit there and claim that our children don't have qualifications. Well, I'm sorry, but most kids I know have got double diplomas, right? So you're talking about like kids who have already got fucking qualifications that should get them a job, right? And he's sitting there talking about education and training, and he's supposed to be, the head of the department for DWP, and he doesn't even know why people are unemployed. That's just embarrassing. You know what I mean? The reason people are unemployed, Pat, and this is a message directly to you, is unfortunately you've let so many migrants into the country that they're taking up all the jobs that our youngsters would normally take on. And this has been a point that has been raised for the last 30 years, and you've fucking ignored it. So don't fucking sit there and pretend you know anything about unemployment, because you fucking don't. The actual facts of this situation are, right, Andy Burnham needs to call an election, Pat McFadden needs to learn to keep his mouth shut, and the rest of Labour want to consider sauntering off into a corner and not actually speaking at all, because every time they open their mouth, they just fill me and a lot of other people with rage. You've had your chance. You fucked it up. We don't want you in power. We're not interested in any of your excuses. You know what I mean? We've had enough. Like, we've genuinely had enough. 2.5 years of bullshit and lies. You can't even fucking work out how to fucking use a doorknob properly in most cases. You know what I mean? We need council tax scrapped. We need housing and rental prices fixed and locked at prices people can realistically obtain within their own lifetime. And unfortunately, that's going to be very, 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 very low. So you're talking about houses for 20K, not 250,000 plus or 350,000 plus. Rentals need to be capped at 500 quid. All billing needs to be capped at £200 a year and no more. You know what I mean? That is the only way you're going to fix the economy, you dumb fuckers. It's like talking to people with the mental age of a fucking 2-year-old. They have absolutely no fucking idea why people are so poor or why they're unemployed. They make up all this blasé bullshit. And if you say anything that sounds remotely extreme in the, oh, we need to deport a few people. Apparently you're racist. No, you're not. You're stating the facts. We're an island. We only have so many resources and jobs. And I'm self-employed myself. And it has been my experience and the experience of millions of self employed people that the people who are coming here are fueling a race to the bottom. And they're trying to come into our self employed markets because they can't get a job now in the regular industries that they were originally taking the jobs off our children. So now it's starting to encroach into self employment. And I'm not being funny, but they also don't want to pay proper prices for services, especially at the rates that the cost of living has forced on us. Like, so to give you an example, right? When like I clean and seal driveways, right? To clean and seal a driveway costs a K, right? That's what it should cost, right? But because these clowns are coming in from other countries, they're trying to do these jobs for less than a K, making a huge mess that we then have to clean up, right? And then it costs 2K to sort that problem out. You know what I mean? On a big driveway. You know what I mean? So you look at it like this: like, these people are coming in, they've got no skills, no training, nothing whatsoever, right? They couldn't get a job in the regular PAYE market. You know what I mean? And now they're panicking and trying to move into our sectors of work as well, as self-employed sectors of work. That should be solely reserved for British people. I'm sorry. If you're self-employed, you should not be allowed to be self-employed unless you're a British citizen. Thailand do it, so you can't say that. You know what I mean? That there aren't countries in the world that don't do that. There should be reserved rules against them owning businesses, because what they're doing is they're coming in and they're driving a race to the bottom. So I can't like people like me. We can't charge proper pricing, costed pricing, and we're struggling to get jobs because these people are taking those jobs away from us, right? The same as they were taking jobs away from our kids. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just these people live in absolute fucking topsy turvy land. They don't know what they're talking about at all. These people, they live in Westminster and now Manchester apparently, right? And they live in this bubble where everything is hunky dory. Oh yes, it's going to be fine. Oh yeah, we're just going to do this and we're going to do that. Oh, it's all going to be fine. No, it's not, and it's never going to be okay until you address the underlying causes. And those underlying causes are too much immigration, council tax should have been scrapped years ago, and all the pricing indexes need to be taken back under government control, fixed and locked in position at rates people can realistically obtain within a short time period. Because I can tell you this very now, not many people, very few people, in fact, can suddenly cobble together a grand 500 to pay a council tax bill that should be no more than £100 a year. Because the services we get in this country are an absolute joke. Now Labour are talking about, oh, we're fixing the roads. Or, no, you're not. You're covering them in that snap, crackle, and pop that washes down the roads, and by the end of the month, it's gone. The holes are back. So you're not doing anything. You're doing a cosmetic cover-up job, and that's what Andy Burnham is. He's a cosmetic rebranding exercise, and his whole ethos is to pretend that he's better, that he's going to make all these changes, 83p every week off your energy bill. Whoa, that's going to make a big difference. It's not at all. And that's the sad reality. They live in this cloud cuckoo land idea of what Britain is, and they have absolutely no fucking clue. Why? Why is everyone going along with it? Why are you all going along with it? I want to know. Seriously, I want to know. Why are you going along with this fascist Nazi bullshit, right? Because that's what it's turning into, an extreme leftist Nazi style bullshit, right? Now, yes, the Nazis were far right, but the concepts we're seeing from the left are ideals held by the Nazis. Digital IDs, the Online Safety Act, give your ID over to your mobile phone provider so that you can view things online. These are all constructs of a government operating as a fascist dictatorship. Just look at water billing, right? In the 90s, under much public mass protest, the water companies added 3 extra charges to your bill. All of them they cannot measure. Highway surface water drainage was one of them. Wastewater was another. And the other one is standing charges, right? They can't measure it, all 3 of these. And if you look at your water bill, those things have gone up and now equal the other charge on that bill, which is the fresh water charge. So it has the effect of doubling your bill. And then it turned out that water companies have been paying back bonuses to shareholders. What a surprise. So it turns out all these 3 extra charges that inflate your bill have absolutely nothing to do with wastewater. Do you mean highway service water drainage or standing charges? It's just a way to fluff up the bill so that you pay £1,000 a year in water because they're not happy with the money they're getting. Because when they invented prepay meters, the energy companies at least, they had access to free money with people putting their money into a prepay meter on a card, right? So they effectively had a way to jack up the price on people whilst making them use and making them reliant on a key or a card, or you know what I mean. And the water companies got jealous and they couldn't think of a way to do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's all about the shareholders. It's got nothing to do with you and me. These people don't need to charge us the amounts of money they're charging us. They just don't, right? What they're doing is they're furnishing the shareholders. And you're all paying for it. You're all dumb and you sit there and you pay out all your money to these people. Oh yeah, well, just 500 quid here, £1,000 there. Yeah. And those of you who've got enough money, yeah, well that's fine, yeah. But for the rest of us, we're sat here in poverty, forced on us by bills are not realistic or in line with a normal person's life. But you're not doing anything to stop that from happening. You're just sitting there going, well, what can we do? I tell you what you can do. Get off your fat ass and make a complaint or fucking go to a march or, do something about it. Fucking walk down to number 10 and remove Andy Burnham. You know what I mean? Like from power. Arrest him. Citizens arrest. Everyone go there en masse and arrest the fucker. Right? Because arrest them all the MPs, and put them in a fucking cell and put them on trial for financial crimes of cartel, operating like a cartel. That's what needs to happen in this country. And I hate to say it's probably going to happen, and it won't be very fucking peaceful. You know what I mean? We're losing the opportunity to do that peacefully, slowly, over time, right? It can be done peacefully. But you all have to have the balls to see it through. And I don't think you have. Anyway, said my piece. Sick of fucking listening to these people. I'm quite sure you're sick of fucking listening to them too. Right? They don't care about you. None of the MPs do. I don't care who you are. You could be Reform, Restore, You know what I mean? You could be Labour, Conservative. They don't care about us. They just care about how much more money they can extract out of our arseholes. So stop listening to them. Stop doing as they tell you. Because they haven't got your best interest at heart.